Originally, I was going to watch the entirety of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids and then give a review about the cartoon, but I realized that I wouldn't be able to do the other two videos I wanted to make about the monkeys and the Scooby Gang. So, welcome back to my channel, where today we are talking about a particular cartoon I've never heard of. I have heard of some, Scooby-Doo spin-off, knockoff, whatever, shows, but this one certainly takes the cake. I never even heard of Funky Phantom either, but that's another video for another time. So, today we're talking about a cartoon called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, which is similar to Scooby-Doo and Josie and the Pussycats, because it has, teenagers, and it's like Josie and the Pussycats because it's a band, but it's like Scooby-Doo because they, fight crime. Well, the Scooby Gang never fought crime, but these guys certainly do. But I'm getting ahead of myself way too fast. Let's get into the plot and then the cast and their other appearances, because I feel like we haven't seen them in a long time, which is kind of weird. And also, I have to mention this. Yes, George Michael Dolenz Jr., aka Micky Dolenz, is in this cartoon. And yes, the character he's playing, Wally, looks just like him. And yes, there was a Circus Boy reference in the show.
Come on, Wally, I'll help you mount up.
I don't need help. I saw Elephant Boy 3 times. Hey! This elephant must have left his trunk in the baggage room.
So as I mentioned before, this show has a similar vibe to both Scooby-Doo, Where Are You, and Josie and the Pussycats. On CBS, which is where the show aired, the show depicts the adventures of a titular teen pop group. The band consists of 4 heartthrobs: Butch Cassidy, and then, so we have, it's like Scooby-Doo because there's 2 guys and 2 girls. We have Butch Cassidy, who is the leader. We have Merle, who plays the tambourine. Stephanie, nicknamed Steffi, who plays the bass guitar. And Wally, who plays the drums. Hey, wait a minute. Editing, Amy, pull up a picture of the gang. Okay, good. Now pull up a picture of the monkeys. You see what I'm getting at, right? Now look, we're not gonna turn this video into if the monkeys was a cartoon. We're not turning it into that, because we already have pictures of it. It looks like it's a cartoon. It looks pretty good in my opinion. Looks a little bit better than the Beatles cartoon, but still as better than the Beatles cartoon. Anyways, I think if the monkeys did hypothetically get a cartoon, it'd probably be like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids somehow. Somehow though. Dude, not really though. Although maybe a monkeys cartoon would kind of be like the Aquabats. Like maybe they go on tour and they'd have to deal with a bunch of nonsense. So a vibe of Aquabats and Scooby-Doo and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids. Let's just stop talking about the monkeys for a minute and keep talking about Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids. There's one more character I forgot to mention. They have a dog, because every Scooby-Doo knockoff show must have a dog in the show, and the dog must be voiced by Frank Welker. It is law. No matter what Scooby-Doo knockoff cartoon you make, the dog must be funny, and he must either talk or he must be voiced by Frank Welker somehow, which is the case in this cartoon, because Frank Welker voices the Wally's dog Elvis. So, anyways, these popular rock stars lead double lives as government-backed crime fighters. Bit weird, but whatever. So kind of the vibe of Charlie's Angels, because they are advised by a supercomputer named Mr. Socrates, which for Charlie's Angels, they're led by this dude named Charlie, and we don't know what he looks like. We almost saw what he looked like in one of the Charlie's Angels movies with Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore and Cameron Diaz, but we never really saw him, I think. Anyways, Socrates is somehow allergic to dogs, violently allergic to dogs, and anytime the group meet up with Mr. Socrates in his lair, Elvis is always told to stay outside, but he always somehow gets in due to his own ingenuity and or by Wally's forgetfulness. So Wally isn't like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, he's like Micky Dolenz. So after Elvis makes Socrates smile and go haywire, he sends the group off to the lair and off to an assignment. Butch is designated as Sundance 1 and wears a special communicator ring which keeps him in contact with Mr. Socrates. The episodes, we're just going to get into that in this segment because I might as well. This show only had 13 seasons. I don't know how badly they did, or like if it didn't get popular enough. That's kind of fucked up. 13 episodes, and look, the final episode, and I shit you not, monkey plot. Monkey plot. The last episode of the show was called The Haunted Castle. And the plot of the episode is that the kids travel to the British Isles when Wally inherits a castle from a distant relative. However, Wally's castle seems to be haunted. And that does not sound like an episode of The Monkees, which they've literally done that in the second episode of season 1. Even mentioned in the 97 special. I don't know what to tell you. I already mentioned that Mickey voices Wally and Frank Weller voices Elvis the dog, but I didn't mention the other cast members, so let's get into that. Here's the cast for the other Sundance kids and also Mr. Socrates. So Lloyd Chip Hand II was Butch Cassidy, Christina Holland was Stephanie, and Judy Strangis was Merle. And John Stevenson played Mr. Socrates. A little fun fact about Christina Holland. This isn't the first time she's voice acted with Mickey, as she played April Stewart in The Funky Phantom, which is a cartoon that I'll be talking about in another video. But I just thought I should mention that. So I was a bit concerned about whether we'd actually see the band again, like are we never gonna see him again, because they did come back in a comic book from Gold Key Comics of Hanna Barbera Fun in 1974 as an episode called The Pearl Caper was adapted from the October 6, 1973 episode with the same name. So a comic book was made of an episode of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, which was episode 5 of season 1, which is where they go to Honolulu to locate stolen pearls from the Pearl Thieves. Seems legit enough. But the last time we ever see them in a cartoon, and it's just crazy, but it was in an Adult Swim animated TV show called C-Lab 2021. What is C-Lab 2021? Let's get into it. So C-Lab 2021 is one of the only 4 original William Street series that premiered in 2000 before Adult Swim officially launched. The other 4 series were Aqua Teen Hunger Force, The Brack Show, and Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law. The C-Lab 2021 was like Space Ghost Coast to Coast. The animation used stock footage from a 1970s Hanna-Barbera cartoon. In this case, the short-lived, environmentally themed C-Lab 2020, along with original animation. This show was a satirical parody of both the original C-Lab series and the general conventions of the 1970s animated children's series. While there was initial resistance from several of the original series creators to reuse of their characters, production was moved forward on the series. C-Lab 2021 was produced by 730 Productions. Circling back to Butch Cassidy, the whole band appeared in the episode All That Jazz in a long shot at a concert, standing in for MC Chris as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids performed the song Fet's Vet. Is that a song they did? No, that's just a song that MC Chris made. In a later episode, Let 'Em Eat Corn, the band appears again as inhabitants of C-Lab Pod 6, with both Butch Cassidy and Wally both sporting mustaches on their faces. Can I just say that Mickey did have a mustache at one point, like IRL, like in like the 60s or 70s, and it was the ugliest mustache ever? Not even gonna show it to you. Not even gonna. Anyways, then again, in the episode Butch Slap, the characters appeared alongside Marco, who was revealed to be one of the Sundance Kids. The character models for Butch and Wally were also used for the anime likenesses of John Miller, the series director, and Adam Reed, one of the series writers, in the episode Swimming in Oblivion and Return to Oblivion. After that, 4 songs from the show were released as singles on Roma Records, and a full LP was mentioned on the labels as forthcoming, but it was never released. I demand to hear these songs! Damn you! Now, how to watch the show. On January 15th, 2013, Warner Archive released Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, the complete series on DVD in Region 1 as part of their Hanna-Barbera's classic collections. This is a manufactured on-demand or mod release, available exclusively through Warner's online and Amazon.com. This series is also available on iTunes Store, but if you're like me, you do a little digging. And my digging found the entire show on the Internet Archive. So take with that what you will. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? But that's basically the whole video. I wanted to review the show, and I still might, I might do a cartoon series, like, cartoon review. I've done movies and TV shows, but I haven't really done cartoons. And I feel like I should, because there's a lot of cartoons that I want to talk about. I own a lot of cartoons on DVD, and there are some things I own that I've never heard anyone talk about. And it is fucking crazy that, like, I basically have something that people have never even seen or mentioned or even, like, talked about. Okay? So, I might review this show. I don't know about Funky Phantom, though, because it's kind of, I don't know if it's hard to find the Funky Phantom online. I don't even know where you can watch it. Yeah, you'd have to, like, do a whole bunch of wackadoodle stuff. I'm pretty sure I did find the episodes on, YouTube and the Internet Archive. I can always count on them. Well, mainly the Internet Archive, but I can always count on somebody to give me what I need. So maybe soon I will review both the Funky Phantom and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, probably together, like Amy's cartoon review, the Funky Phantom and Butch Cassidy, but I highly doubt it. Or maybe I'll just retitle it to, like, reviewing 2 Micky Dolenz Scooby-Doo spin-off shows. Well, not spin-off, but, like, knockoff. Because, the Funky Phantom is a clone of Scooby-Doo. While Butch Cassidy is just, taking something from Scooby-Doo and Josie and the Pussycats, which was, a cartoon about the characters from the RG comics. And yes, dear viewer, I will be making a video about when Josie and the Pussycats went into space, and also when Fonzie went into space. I need to talk about that one because I saw it only one time in a Mr. Enter video, and he really, really intrigued me. The way he talked about this show made me so interested because he mentioned one key thing that I'm currently hyperfixated on, which honestly I'm so shocked it took me so long to get into this certain show because it was very popular on Tumblr back in the day when I was into other shows that were part of this trio thing. I'm not mentioning the name in this video because I want to keep the surprise and stuff like that. But, yeah, so I will be trying to review more Hanna Barbera cartoons. I might just make a Hanna Barbera series where I review Hanna Barbera cartoons. Like, I don't even know what to name it, but I might do that because I really want to make more content that's, like, different from what I normally do, as I feel like I've mainly become a monkeys channel, which I'm not complaining about. It's just that, if I keep doing monkey content, I'm not going to be able to find stuff to make monkey content out of. But, anyways, I hope to see you all in the next video that I'll be making, which either might be the Funky Phantom, or that big, long video, that I'm calling the 5th Monkey Full Movie, which is where I put all my 5th Monkey videos together into one video. Oh, I'm excited for that one. So, I'll see you all later.
I pick that axe and then I get a call. Some bad guy's gonna take a fall. One by one, we're gonna meet them all and solve that mystery. Yeah, we're gonna meet them